you have any idea, give me an idea. Not only the small organization, but for